Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back. In this video, we have an interesting topic regarding creating a generic function that is a reusable function, and we are just going to use an array concept in this. When you use an array in a parameter, you have flexibility of sending a parameters more than one at a time. So let me show you the example first, and then I will explain you how array is helpful in writing a generic function. So here you can see I have already created a form where the information need to be updated, and it is a simple form. These are the fields that I have used in the form, and this is the list box. Okay, list box 1 and list box 2. There are two type of list box are there. One is for the header and second is for the data listed. You can check that in Excel sheet I already have some 15 rows of data with these 11 columns, and I have marked yellow these 5 columns. Why? I will show you in a second. Just wait. Let's go to the code. And here you can see I have two buttons: add new, update, and a clear. Clear is going to just clean up this all the fields. Okay. And add new is going to add the rows, and update is going to update the rows. It is a common to hear that what is new in this. The new thing is that have created a generic function over here where we are passing the sheet name, that is where we want to update the data. We are sending the field map, a variable contains the column number, that which column need to be updated, and these are the field values to be updated in that column. These two variables are going to carry array in this. Okay, and here two more optional variables are there, which one is a key column and another is key value. This is going to help us to update the record to find the column we need to search out and what is the value in that. For example, if you want to update an employee ID, for example 15 number, then we are just going to pass the column number where the employee ID is. For example, it is in column number 1, and here we are just passing employee ID 15. Okay, so this will search that value and update the record. Okay, and because we have passed an array over here, we have a control that which field needs to be updated. Let me show you the accent also. Here if I run this, I will explain it. Just a second, let me run this form first of all, and let me show you that. For example, if we add something, for example 1, I'm just putting 111 in all the fields. Okay, and clicking on add, you can see that it will automatically update all the values in there. Okay, and I have the control also over here that if I double click on any of the row, it will allow me to edit there. If I double click over here and I just change 1 to, just replacing value 1 to 2. Okay, and you can see that how many columns are getting updated. You can see only the column that are marked in yellow are get updated. Okay, and rest of the columns are not. So how we did this? We are just passing the column numbers and the value, that's it, in a common array. Let me show you over here. Here is the function add new, where I have created field variables and the values. Okay, employee ID, this is the function that creates a dynamic employee ID for me. For example, employee 000 15 16 and so on, and these are the values that we are passing in a function. This is the field. I am sending the column numbers over here. It is from 1 to 11 number of columns, and according to the column we are passing the values in that particular fields. So first is employee ID, second is first name, third is last name, and so on. Next, we are just calling the function save or update record. We are sending the sheet name where we want to update and only passing the values. These are the fields and these are the values. We are not sending anything regarding update because that is an optional value. Okay, when you pass it, it will allow to update that too. See over here, the same functionality, same thing. Here we are just passing a value of 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11 number of column, and these are the values. Okay, and rest of the informations are same. So this is the function that we can use n number of time, and we can specify based on our requirement that which columns need to be updated. Now let me show you the generic function that I have already written. Okay, and this is the field we already discussed about the parameters, and here we are just validating and updating some of the fields. So these are the values. For example, this is the sheet where we want to update. So we have created WS variable for this, setting up the variable. Last row, just finding out the last row. In case of search or add a new value, we need to know that how many rows are there. So this value row found variable is set to 0 in case if we have sent a key over here, key column. Okay, and if the key column is there, then we can update that value. So this is for the edit. So whenever the key column is given, then it will find the key column, and based on that value it will update, read the row. Based on the column, key value is been read, and if found, then row found number will be generated and it will be assigned to row found. Next, we are updating based on that value. So the field map is nothing but the past columns, whatever we have passed it out. So based on that, a column and upper bound, that means the last column value. And simply we just found the row. In case of new or edit one, we are reading that value, and based on the field map we are just passing that numbers over here. And last, we are passing true to this function, because in Excel VBA you have to write the same function name to return a value. The rest of JavaScript or any other, you have seen the word key return. Here we cannot use that return word, but we can use the same name of a function and pass that value whatever you have as a return property. Here I have a boolean, so I am sending as a true. Okay, and in case of any error while adding or updating, in case something goes wrong, we can pass false. We are capturing that information in this variable as a result. Okay, we have created a variable as a boolean result, and if it is succeeded, we give a message record saved successfully. In case of any error, we are just saying that error saving record. The same way in an update also. And that's it for this video. Let me know in the comment how you create your generic functions, and also let me know that what kind of other generic functions you are looking for, so I can make such informative videos for you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next.